Hi, this is Sally Morgan, physical therapist, craniosacral therapist, and Tellington T-Touch practitioner for animals and people. And this is Tristan. He's a Corgi, and it is actually raining in New England right now. And it's so humid, my glasses keep fogging up. But I wanted to be out in the yard with the forest behind us for this episode of Conversations with a Corgi so that we could be in the color of the chakra we are discussing today. This is Tristan Corgi. This is an episode of Conversations with a Corgi, and today we are talking about the heart chakra. And the heart chakra, as you know, lies in the area of your spine and your heart, which is here. And so to start this episode, I'd like to ask everyone to do a heart hug, either on their pet or on themselves, just to remember the reason that we are here with our pets is because we love them. So you just cross your hands on your heart. You're going to make a circle and a quarter, pushing the skin around as you inhale and exhale. And as you do this, I like to think about something I love about my pet. And that helps you get in touch with the idea of the heart chakra. The heart chakra is between the solar plexus and the throat chakra. And on my flag here, it's been a rough morning. Things keep falling. It's so slippery out here. It is this green. This is the mandala for the heart chakra. And you can see it has many petals on the lotus flower, different from the ones we've had so far. And contrary to what people think, the heart is associated with the color green, as well as the colors of pink and red. And as I mentioned, this is a 12-petaled lotus, and it's our connection between matter and spirit, heart and mind. And the mantra associated with the heart chakra is YAM, which is pronounced yum, but it looks like yam, like a potato. And it's the bridge between the body, the mind, the emotions, and the spirit, and it's the source of love and connection in our auric field, and it is the center of our inner divine melody. And it's next to the heart and runs along the spinal column, and it's thought to be the center of psychic energy as well. As I said, it's a 12-petal lotus, and that represents the connections between the heart and the mind. And it's 2 hexagrams in the center, which is symbolic of the union of male and female, yin and yang, and heart and mind. So this one is about union as well. It is in the area of the cardiac nerve plexus and the heart, and it reminds us to listen to our heart, which is so important when we're with our pets or our horses or with animals in general. And the heart chakra, of course, is associated with unconditional love. And the affirmation for this is I love. And remember some of the others were I can, I will, I feel. This one is I love. And it's about the romantic and loving personality traits that we, of course, would relate to the heart. And it relates to balance and self-control, harmony, renewal, and understanding, which, of course, if you have compassion, which is part of your heart, then you will find understanding for many things in your life and the people and animals around you. And of course, in a bad way, the heart is associated with arrhythmia, the bronchi, the lungs, problems in the heart, problems in the arms, chronic diseases, of course, high blood pressure. So if you have any of those things going on, then you might be out of balance in your heart chakra as well as some other physical issues. The day of the week for the heart chakra is Friday, And the element associated with the heart chakra, you might think it's liquid because it's pumping blood, but in fact it's air because of that union of mind and spirit. And it's associated with the sense of touch, which of course we think of with compassion and reaching out to others. The crystal is the emerald, but it is also associated with some other crystals, and this one happens to be aventurine. It's green. And it came from Wendy's store, so if you're listening, Wendy, thanks. And it's associated with the essential oil of eucalyptus, which I have here, also pine. And again, these are really, it's on my bottle, rich aromatic smells that really remind you of the forest and of trees and of being connected with nature, which is part of what the heart chakra does. The heart chakra also helps us when we want to be unstuck or unhurt. You can connect with your heart chakra, which is why I really recommend doing a heart hug on yourself before you go into your home or get out of your car to see your horse, to get rid of the hurt and stuckness of your day so that you are going to your pets with an open heart. And as I said, it's associated with the element of air and the softness and spaciousness of the sky. And the sky surrounds us all at all times, whether it be blue and puffy clouds or starlit or moonlit. The sky reminds us of love and connection with our heart. It awakens our divine spirit and expands us into the air so that we become infinite, light and spaciousness. The divine realm of the heart unites heaven and earth, and as I said, masculine and feminine, and keeps everything in balance, helping us come to the world from a place of compassion and love. So it's really important to remember that the heart does all of these other things besides its association with love, which of course we all know. If you only knew one thing about one chakra, you would know about the heart chakra and its association with love. Therefore, it's associated with the celestial body of Venus, and also it's been associated with Kuan Yin, who is the goddess of compassion. Oh, something's out there. Its color is green, which is balance. It's cooling, it's calming, it represents healing. In the old days, they were painting hospital walls green, but sadly they were using sort of a light avocado green because it is a healing color. But that particular shade of green is not one anyone likes, but some beautiful mint green colors and other green, and just a picture of the forest would be a very healing place to be in a hospital setting. Life, love, joy, and growth are associated with green. And when you think about it, you know, all of the creatures in the forest enjoy the growth of the plants, and that is associated with growth and heart. And in pink, that's an absorbing and stimulating, abounding and loving color, and it raises your energy level, but it's also festive and formal. So pink is also associated with the heart chakra, of course. And as I said, some of the crystals are aventurine that I showed you, malachite, fluorite, emerald, and rose quartz. And I have rose quartz in several areas in my house to attract love to those parts of my house. And it's located in the area of the heart, and it's the heart chakra helps balance the emotional side of you with the personality side of you. So again, it's that bridge between heart and mind, will and spirit. And it is associated with compassion, community, self-acceptance, as well as forgiveness. So you need to be aware of having a good balance in your heart chakra for compassion and self-acceptance and love of yourself. Our heart center inspires us with generosity and love in action. And one of the things you can think about in association with the heart chakra is to release emotional trauma and find your soul heart consciousness and express love in action. So those are some of the things to think about in relationship to your heart chakra. And as I said when we started, doing a Tellington T-Touch heart hug is another way to get in touch with your heart chakra. And if you're going to do it on your pet, my pet's sinking, you put your hand on his chest in the front here, and again, you just make that circle and a quarter, breathing in and exhaling as you come around the circle. And think about how much you love your pet when you do that. I also like to think about things I'm grateful for with my pet, things I'm grateful for about all animals, and just in general gratitude when I'm doing the heart hug. Often when I'm teaching yoga, I encourage people to think of things they're grateful for or things they love when they are doing their heart hugs. And of course, we will do another heart hug today as we leave this episode about the heart chakra, which again is this 12-petaled lotus here. And you can see this hexagram in the center, which is 2 interlinking triangles, which again brings us back to that idea of balance between masculine and feminine, yin and yang, heaven and earth, and also balance in ourselves with our emotions and our spirit. So we will end this episode of Conversations with a Corgi, where we have talked about the heart chakra with a heart hug. And take a deep breath in. Make that circle and a quarter as you exhale. And again, think of something you love about your pet. And I use that idea of having people tell me what they love about their pet when they come for a session with me, because so often when someone has made their way to seeing me, they've been through veterinary help and they've been to other kinds of practitioners perhaps and trainers, and they're often in a place where they're just frustrated. So the people will end up telling me stories about what's wrong with their dog or their cat or their horse and how things didn't work for them. So I often start a session by asking them to tell me what they love about this animal, what it was like when they got him, and that will bring a smile to their face, and they'll start breathing and their stress level goes down. And instead of reaching out to me in desperation for help, we're all in a heart space of allowing that animal to find his healing from within, which is part of what I do. And part of that is connecting with the person when I show up for a session or when they come to my house, so that they can reconnect with the good things in their animal. It is so hard when you have a rescued dog and all of your other dogs have never acted like this new dog, and you have a lot of experience with dogs, but you've never had a dog that you've had to really manage before. And maybe he's pretty fierce with other dogs, maybe he's not good with children, and it can take a lot out of you worrying and trying to maintain him in a calm state. So it's really important to connect with your heart chakra in these circumstances. Doing the heart hugs, if you're holding your dog and you can't let go, of course you can imagine doing a heart hug on him or on you. And actually what that will do is help you breathe, and it often will help you smile, which releases serotonin in your brain, which is a feel-good hormone also associated with love. And it will help your dog also do that, because animals really mirror our emotions pretty quickly. So it's really important to connect with your own heart chakra, especially if you have a difficult animal, because it can be so exhausting working with a dog like that when you don't have experience with them and you don't know how to manage them. And even myself, I'm intervening when they're at a pretty high state of crisis. And so often for me, I find myself twice through the labyrinth holding my breath, and I have to, take the dog for a trot around the yard or something to break up that intense energy of stress that they're feeling about another dog or about walking on a leash or whatever it is that's going on with them. Are you growling at something? I don't think there's anything over there but hydrangeas with no flowers. Oh, well, it's raining over there. So use the heart hug to connect with your animal, especially when you're having a hard time with them. For instance, with my horse, he often did not like to walk through water, and then of course he would go through water perfectly the other 750 times. So often I just would put my hand on my heart while I'm holding the reins and just imagine him swimming through the water or walking through the water, playing in the water, and he would walk right on through as soon as I was calm. And that's a really important thing to remember when you're with your animals. Connect with your love for them. Connect with the calm part of you that enjoys being with them. And in fact, interestingly, after my horse died, one of the things a couple of animal communicators mentioned was that my horse and several others from this farm who had also died were running up and down the hills and mountains behind the farm and playing in the water. So the water is an important connection for them. So do your heart hugs with your pets and think about how much you love them and how grateful you are for the role they have in your life. And even if your animal is one you're struggling with right now, think about your gratitude for the lessons they're teaching you and the lessons you're going to learn from them, because every animal has so much to show us about life and love. This is Sally Morgan and Tristan Corgi, who's limp, sitting in the rain to talk to you about the heart chakra today. And tomorrow we will not be having episodes of Conversations with a Corgi, but we will be back on Thursday. And also a reminder, I am teaching a craniosacral course for dogs that will be held at the Wonderful Monkeys House in Pemberton, New Jersey at the end of September. My website is really complicated now, and I was not able to post the information easily. It's on the event section, but I don't even know how to tell you to get there. So Brian will be over here this afternoon for about 4 hours to post information about this course on my website and on my Facebook pages. So if you or anyone you know would like to take a class for 4 days in animal craniosacral therapy in Pemberton, New Jersey, you will be able to contact me. And also, FYI, I don't have a secure website because I can't really afford that, but you can send me a check or you can go through PayPal and hopefully it'll all go well. I've had a few people pay through the website for their classes and it's been all right so far. And Brian is actually looking into some free and low cost security for people like me who have a very small business for PayPal clients that want to feel safe when they're using my website to pay. So that's the information about the course. And coming up this weekend, we have the Mayflower Corgi Fun Day on Sunday in Connecticut, and Tristan and I will be there. Very excited about our costume class. We're not quite 100% sure what we're wearing yet for our costume, and it's supposed to be a little drizzly in the afternoon, but we will have a great time either way because Corgis, fun games, what's not to like? So we will see you at the Corgi picnic, at Conversations with a Corgi on Thursday, or maybe at our craniosacral therapy class for dogs held in Pemberton, New Jersey, the last weekend of September. Oh, it's a woodpecker. It's the woodpecker. I have a tree in the back with lots of food on it. He should be over there. This is Sally Morgan and Tristan Corgi wishing you a happy, healthy day, and think about how much you love your pets and the heart chakra. And we will see you back in a couple of days. My chair's falling off the hill. Thanks for joining us.